A while ago I made a bungee neck leash for tending my friction hitch. And when I did it, I used this diameter of bungee cord. So what I had to do is to get the strength that I needed, I had to double it up. And then I used knots at the end of it. I slid it through this Blue Moon cover. So it was inside. It was working, but I really didn't like the work of it or the feel of it. So I decided I would update it. So what I've done is I got a different diameter bungee and I plan on making it a little bit more clean. And I want to show you how I'm going to do it. So what I stumbled upon was this bungee cord that had S hooks. And it was, surprisingly enough, it was like perfect on my neck. And I put this accessory clip and I started using it as a bungee neck leash. And it was really working pretty nice. I just really don't like the way it looks on me. So what I'm going to do is update it. So I found out these things that they use are called hog rings. So I was able to get some of those, and that's what I'm going to use. Looked all over the place. Finally, I found some bungees were the right diameter and about the right strength that I want. It'll be this gray one here. And so what I plan on doing is using this, and I'm going to use this heat shrink to tighten up the eyes, make them look a little bit better. I'll be using the scissors to cut the heat shrink. Also, I bought these hog ring pliers, and I'm going to use these needle nose pliers. These are the hog rings that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to use my spatha knife to cut the bungee. Also, I'll be needing a pen to mark the length. This was actually a perfect length, so I'm going to use this as my model. And I got a torch right here. You can also use a lighter. You don't really need to have a torch. So, and then also I'll have a measuring tape. Well, they've already got their hog rings on here, but they're using it as a stopper. What I need to do is cut this off and melt the little bit of the bungee so it doesn't fray on me. So it's simple enough. All I need to do is get my spatha knife. I'm going to put this on it and I'm going to cut. Push it down, cuts it right off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the torch and just torch it so it's not, it won't fray on me too much. Nice. Next, I'm going to measure. Like I mentioned, I really like the length of this. So I'm going to measure how long this is. I'm going to go from the eye and measure all the way to here. So this is around 20, it's 27 inches long. What I think that I'm going to do is instead of it being such a small little lip here or a little bend, I think I'll do like an inch bend, kind of like this. So instead of 27, I'll have like a 31-inch long piece of bungee. So that's what I'm going to mark out. I'll go for 31, maybe 31 and a quarter, because I think it was 27 and a quarter. Oh, plus the, yeah, 31, 31 and a half. Here we go. So about 31. So here we'll measure it out a little bit more than 31 inches. There we go. And now I'm going to get the spatha and cut it again and then torch it. So grab that spatha, grab it. Got it. Give it a little torch so it doesn't fray so much. Nice. Next, I'll put the hog rings on. So I'm going to go about 1.5 inches, and this is where my bend's going to be. So once I got that marked, what I'll do is I'll grab these hog ring pliers and I'll get the hog ring set up. It's really cool because there's a little groove in here and they fit in right inside the groove. So once you put it in, it stays in place. That's pretty cool. So now I'll set this down and then I made the mark and that'll be my bend. And so I'll put it somewhere around here. Now I want to kind of have this eye kind of tight so when I put the carabiner it doesn't, the accessory carabiner, it doesn't slide around a whole lot. So now that I got that on, I'm going to get these and place them. Oops. Place them in. See if I can get it in. There it goes. Now, I'd say about right there. Now that I have it in place, I'm going to bend them. Have them reach. All right. Now with the let me do another bite here. Hang on. It's not out of the way. Okay. And bend it down. Nice. A little bit better. And now what I'm going to do is I'll put another hog ring a little further up, but the opposite direction. So let me get them set up and ready. Slipping out of my hand here. Okay. And now I'm going to go the opposite direction. I'll put it here. Okay. Nice. And now lift it and I'll take another bite. Let's see. Right there. Nice. Okay. So this is one side. And now I got to do the next. Now that I've got one eye created, what I need to do is put the bungee in the cover. So that's what I'm going to do next. So I think what I need to do is cut a little bit of this melted section off so it can go through the cover a little easier, as this ball will probably make it kind of hard to go through. And then once I get it through, then I'll melt it again. Okay. Hopefully I don't fray it too much on the way through. All right, so then I'm going to place it in here, and I'm going to push it through. Might take me a little bit of doing because this is kind of a flimsy core here. There we go. All right. I got a little bit of the end of it. All right. All right, I've gotten it through. Now that I have it on, I'm going to remelt the end of this bungee. We want it to not fray later. Let it cool off for a little bit so I don't burn my fingers. Now I'm going to do the other side, and I'm just going to do the exact same thing. I've got my mark, and then I'm going to push it down. And I already have the hog ring on the pliers, and so I'm trying to make a tight eye so my carabiner doesn't slide out. So I'll put it in place. Hopefully it's right in there. I think that might be tight enough. Now that I have it on, I'll close it. I'll make them touch a little. Now that I got it like that, move it over a little. Push it down a little more. And make them touch again. A little bit. I think what I'll do is I'll use the pliers to push this little piece down. The needle nose. Just kind of flatten it a little bit so there's no pokey spot there. Alright. And now I'm going to do the hog ring to the other side. So I'll open up the pliers. Oops. Pop the hog ring on. And then I'm going to do it the opposite side. Pop it in. Push it down. Boom. That was pretty quick and easy. Then do the same kind of thing. Grab the point. Smash it down a little. And I'll get the pliers. The needle nose pliers, just flatten it just a little bit. Alright. I think that's a nice looking eye. Now the next thing I have to do is I'm going to put the heat shrink tubing on it, and I'm going to make it look a little bit nicer and kind of cover up the metal also. So see if I can get that over. Bungee over that. Yeah, right there. A little bit more. And right around there, I think. And I'll also do the other side. Put it in place. Slide it in. All right. Put a little bit down right there. So now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put heat on these so they shrink up. So, alrighty. Okay. Now that that side is cooled off, I'm going to do the next side. The other one, I got a little bit too, I stayed in one spot too long, so I got burnt it a little. That's okay though. Now that it's cooled off, I'm going to put the clip on and we'll see how it goes. It is kind of tight, but that's what I want. Putting it on and then slide it, and I'm going to leave it on the other side, so when I put it on and I clip it onto my piece, it'll be going in this direction. All right, so what I think we'll do is just go to the tree real quick and see if it will help tend in the way I wanted it to. Now that I have my saddle on and my rope wrench connected, I'm going to put the bungee on, put it right here, and then I'm going to put my knee ascender in the same location right underneath. And now what I'll do is I'll take a few steps up and see if I get the reaction with the bungee that I want. Okay. See? Nice. It was nice. It tends pretty nice. I think it's just the right amount of pull. Perfect. Well, here you have it. The finished product that really I think works well in the way I want it to work. It doesn't mean that I don't like using a chest harness, but sometimes having this bungee neck leash is a real nice thing. I think sometimes with the, not really for me because I'm not using the akimbo, but when Noah was using the akimbo and he used the bungee, it was nice because when he went up and then he rested down, it lifted. Instead of it just popping off, he could continue up without having to snap it in place. But if he did go further down, it would for sure snap out. But this gives you that little bit of a space so it doesn't pop off. And for me, what I like when I do use the bungee neck leash is that it pushes my friction hitch up a little bit quicker. So I don't, and then when I rest, there's really no sit back, or I guess when I'm ascending, it just goes quickly right up. And I really enjoy that part. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you like what we do. And by all means, share our videos. Take care. We'll see you next time.